स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। Master, to the question, is it possible to see God? Master is telling, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, yes, certainly. Now we are all sitting here. Within 1 minute, the past 1 minute, how many thoughts might have appeared and disappeared in your minds? Unimaginable. Continuously, like waves in the sea. Comes one after the other, one after the other. Simply just to be sitting and watching. Now and then you just turn inside and see what all thoughts came and went. What for? What was the purpose? I have nothing to do with those thoughts. But thoughts appear and go, appear and go. Because inside is disturbed. It is not at peace. It is running about. It has no purpose, but just water is there. An animal or insect is moving about. It doesn't want any dirt to come up, but it will be coming up. The restlessness of mind throws the waves, necessary or unnecessary, which has no relationship with you. It has nothing to give you now and without nothing to take away from you. Such thoughts, just to sit and thoughts come and go, come and go. Occupy the mind. It is killing the time. How? Just when you keep if you are able to keep the same mind at the feet of God or somewhere it is, can you make it sit even for a single minute, few seconds, undisturbed? No, it cannot be. Because mind has got that restlessness because of constant seeking of enjoyments, self-protection. Who is seeing, what is seeing, this, that, so many things. Who are there, presence. Everything is disturbing. We don't understand. I am watching somebody and somebody is watching, I am watching the watcher, and all these things we don't understand at all. Our behavior, how we sit in front of others, how we are in the room. All these are just because you are in a particular place. In solitude, when you are there, all these are cut off. External awarenesses dissolve when you are in solitude. The other person's, other human's existence is not there and it is not limiting you. How much it limits? You are in your own house and nobody in the house, whole house is empty, they have gone for somewhere, picnic or somewhere, and you are alone. Still, loudly you don't sing because the neighbour is there. The neighbour is limiting me, I don't understand. But when I hesitate to sing loudly because the neighbour is there, then I understand. A neighbour is limiting me. He is just being there. Suppose his door is also locked and no other rooms, no houses, he can shout. He will start shouting. So that limitations, these limitations, most of the limitations that are functioning on us will be released when you are in ekanta. Unless you probe yourself and try to see something, you are free from all those things. Your tendencies, it doesn't make you sit quietly. It wants to peep through the window and see anybody is going or not. In Nirjana Vasa also, has a bird come, has a animal come, or the plant has grown or not, something it wants to, some information to, by slowly, when dispassion comes into vairagya, viveka vairagya are essential because it will, in spite of thing being there, it will not disturb you. All things are there. You are indifferent to that. That is the, in ekanta also you need viveka vairagya. In santa also you need. In the place where people are jananta, vijana jana, in the amidst people, in society also, you need viveka and vairagya, so that your awareness, in your awareness, world is not there. If you are filled with God, love comes out. If you are filled with the world, raga dvesha come out, because that is what is stored now. Everything, he must be like that, why he is going there? All things, unnecessary things, I have nothing to do with those things. Sitting with a scale, weighing everyone from morning till night. And night again, next morning, prepare for the next morning to sit and weigh everyone. What kind of life you see? So this is what happened. Nobody is holding, no. Otherwise he would have weighed himself. Guru is not there. Guru presents a mirror. Look at your face. All others project their own face. And now that it has become a book, Facebook. All faces only, varieties of faces. The reality is totally hidden away. A virtual, artificial life is going on. Unless you save your new generation coming up, the future world would be horrible. In past it was Haribol. Now it has become horrible. So that's what we see. So ekantavasa is making yourself independent of the external situations. One is to apply the viveka vairagya here itself and acquire the nature of being insulated from all things by divine awareness. You are filled with divine awareness and you are indifferent to what people are saying, what people are doing, where are they, and where am I? You are filled with divine. And slowly this transformation, temporary transformation by repeated action, abhyasa vairagya abhyam tannirodha, abhyasa and repeat. How many times you will have to repeat to make it your own? You will understand when you take up an instrument and practice thousands of times. Lata Mangeshkar used to tell, before I first starting periods, each song I used to practice for 100 times. To be able to sing spontaneously without any disturbance, as it is. And now, give, I sing. I hear, I sing. You tell me, I sing. And after number of decades, if she is asked to sing that song, the same song as she sang decades behind, the same, you can tally with in your modern equipments. The curves, this, that, the rhythm, everything will be same. Means how much of practice they might have done to own it, and spontaneously it comes out at any time the rest of the life. So must be your divine awareness. Divine awareness. Awareness of yourself as divine. This, to cultivate this, we enter into solitude. To be divine and have relationship with divine. So, divine awareness, you have to get divine awareness. So you will sing the names and glories of God. When you slowly you identify with it, and when you see, identify the divine there somewhere, with all the same features and things which you are accustomed with, there you see the divine. You imagine a form of the God, Vishnu or Shiva or Durga or anything, a mental creation of a form, and superimpose the divinity on it. It is divine, it is Chinmaya, it is Chindgana, it is Chaitanya. Chaitanya in that form, so many things you superimpose. And each time you try to see divinity in it, you are penetrating through the name and form. You are penetrating through the name and form to see the reality. What is that? It has become form. Then slowly form dissolves. And in and through that form, the Chaitanya presents. So this identification of divinity, you begin with singing the names and glories of God. Go on singing the names and glories of God. Then you will slowly, because you have to develop spiritual sensitivity. We are extremely sensitive to the world. Anybody calls you by name, whole day you'll be weeping. Just somebody says you're a donkey, finished. 2 legs are up already. The hind ones. We immediately become donkeys. Just a word uttered. That's what I often see. If you in the bus stand and all, if you shout Rama, nobody turns and looks. You shout Katte, ellaru tirnodtare. All will see. If you say, shout at someone, Katte andre saaku, ellaru nange karididda anta. So much sensitive we are to the world. But somebody, Rama, nobody does and sees. Somebody is calling someone, they don't mind. See, donkey means everybody responds. Rama means nobody responds. Is someone calling real Rama or friend Rama? What is that Rama? Nobody is interested to know. This is our state of that we are we have worldly sensitivity. We don't have spiritual sensitivity. That's what the gospel begins with. When you hear the name of God, if tears start falling down and horripilation takes place, know that you have no more karmas to do. You have transcended the world of action. You are fit, now ready for the higher sadhana of attaining God. So this, why we do name and singing the names and glories of God, is to develop this spiritual sensitivity. By known things we enter into unknown world, because nothing can take you there. When you try to superimpose the known, you give a form, you give beauty, you give so many arms, extra hands, that each extra hand is an extra power, which I don't have. The king is usually represented. If you see old carvings and all, Mahabalipuram carving also, when kings, they have carved a huge, now 10 hands are there, and huge mountain is on his head. In that mountain, so many things are living. Animals, devatas, humans and all. He has got that responsibility to look after. He is sitting there. Such a burden, and he has got that power also. 10 hands, so much of power. How the symbolization takes place. So you symbolize, and because this is known, the behind is the unknown, on which you have done the superimposition is unknown. By contemplating on this, trying to draw your attention, you know these things, you know what is form, you just know what is. From form, you go to the formless, which has taken that form. Then you will see that has taken the form, and all forms are the same. Same material and many. Identification of divinity. So it begins with singing the names and glories of God. I used to tell the devotees, in house, somewhere in a corner, till spiritual awakening, till you get divine love, just to keep one song, some songs going on. If not anything, Shruti box, let it be doing some sound. So one day you will slowly catch something which is beyond. Some glimpses. If you get few glimpses, then you start getting taste. Now and then, living in solitude, yes, certainly you can see God. How? Living in solitude now and then. You cannot live continuously. It will throw on the other side. You will never, even if the opportunity is given, you will not enter into solitude. No, Baba, no. Because we cannot bear. Short time you can bear. Long times you cannot bear. We are not yet prepared for that. But a day comes when you will be able to sit in solitude. Once you get the inner taste, Name Ruchi, Rupe Ruchi, Gune Ruchi, anything. If you find taste in any aspect of God, then you will be able to sit. Everything becomes disturbing. So you want to be in the unbroken awareness of God. So sing God's name and singing His glories and discriminating between the real and the unreal. These are the means to real and unreal. And now, to understand real and unreal, it's extremely little more difficult than to know. You can see the uncertainty and impermanency. Anityata you can see. Asatyata to see is very difficult. This is asatya. This is asatya. Swamiji is taking this is asatya. Now so Swamiji has to be taken. He needs now doctor's assistance. He is telling this is asatya. Who says? Swamiji. Bhati is also God. Kuti is also God. Sitting outside. These people have lost their head. They are telling everything is Brahman. This cup is also Brahman. This bowl also is Brahman. These people have lost already. Thakur comes out and what are you telling? Just touches him. Over 3 days, 3 nights, whatever he sees. So that ajnana avarana has to be removed. So asatya to understand, unreal to understand is little different. Impermanent you can understand. Whatever be there, it is impermanent, passing. Because you are seeing what is impermanent, experiencing. Impermanency always goes with unreality. Real cannot be impermanent. Trikala abadhita. The 3 kalas it must be there, past, present and future. Then it is real. It must have been there earlier, it is there now, and it should be there forever. But we see everything is, we ourselves won't be there after some time. So only Atman, only Brahman, only God alone is eternal. All these are unreal because you don't see after some time. If it was real, you must have seen. Dream world is unreal because you are not going to see it again. This is unreal because you are not going to see it again after some time. It's going to disappear. And so this real and unreal. These are the means to employ, to see. These are the means to employ, to see Him, to see God. These are the means. Just a few things, if you sincerely, to the core, if you follow, within a few years, you will be able to, at least if not anything, you will be able to get spiritual awakening and a few more years of struggle. Just like graduation and post-graduation. You will be able to get Atma Jnana. Thakur says, whatever be your karma, irrespective, whatever be your vasana, whatever state you may be there, whatever may be your tendencies dragging you, irrespective of all that, you can realize God if you mind, if you want. Because yourself it is. It is your born right to know who you are. Nothing can obstruct your knowing yourself, because it is inward journey. And all bondages, all tendencies are related to the external world, external sheets covering myself. Some are in body, some are in mind. Beyond body and mind, everybody is almost extremely pure, unstained. Your karmas can stain your body, it can stain your mind. Beyond that, even intellect it cannot stain. You've done something bad, it cannot stain the inner. You put fire here, all this will become black, but sky will never become black. Space also, in between space also doesn't become black. The space cannot become black. So like that, the beyond mind, if you see, all are almost same. A saint and sinner, you can see almost same. So leave the external things, don't attend to it. Time is going to waste. Life is going to be empty now. Within a short time you won't be here. So leave things as it is and try to hold on to the divine. Time is going off. Before the body falls off, you have to finish your great task. So whatever be your inner structure, you can realize God. You can realize, here Sri Ramakrishna says, you can know yourself. You can get Atma Jnana. You may not know what God is. You may not know what God is. You can know what you are. At least to that extent. I am immortal, I am Atman. This Jnana, Atma Jnana you can have. Paramatma Jnana you may not have. But after having this, that is not difficult. If you learn one vehicle, some new vehicle has come, it doesn't take much time. Thakur took three days for all Advaita 3 days. He attained perfection. And Islam 3 days. Christianity 3 days. He reached the ultimate. Not these 3 days, 12 years plus 3 days. 12 years he has practiced earlier. It is not just mere 3 days. It is 12 years plus 3 days. And just like you are learning one vehicle, driving, the new vehicle has come, you will drive. One clutch is removed, new vehicle has come. Clutch is not there, gear is not there. With one leg, like Sai Baba, you can sit and drive. With one leg on the top, one leg at the bottom. New vehicle, with 2 legs you are using, it takes few hours to have that absolute perfection also. So after getting Atma Jnana, to experience God in various forms and various ways, it doesn't take much time. So the thing is, you must be able to pay the price. The price that you have to pay to get that Atma Jnana is very high. And you must be prepared to pay that. Day and night, one awareness. Unconsciously you will be doing all your duties of life like a machine. Smiling at people like a machine. And going forward. Your awareness is somewhere, body mind is habitually, it is working. I saw an old lady sitting, she has even lost the memory and all, only divine awareness. She is sitting with divine awareness, uttering the Vishnu Sahasranama and visualizing each form of the Vishnu. She is sitting, and the moment she is totally bedridden and made to sit in one position, till the evening she will be sitting. She cannot change her position also. Extreme old age, she cannot recognize even her own daughter or anyone, any family member. Such condition. The moment I went inside, she smiled like a machine. Whole life, when a guest comes, they smile. Please come in. She doesn't know. Somebody has come inside. She is smiling because of the habit. That is the power of habit. Abhyasa, abhyasa. So divine awareness in us must be habitual. We must be established in it. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.